Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night. The day is practically over. This is my very first time doing a podcast after watching a show, so this is going to be interesting. So, yeah, AEW was tonight, and it was the first AEW episode after All Out, and solid show. I thought it was a great show. We're gonna go over everything that happened, all the matches, all the stuff that happened. And my God, I don't know about you, but this was a packed show tonight. A lot of stuff happened. We're gonna go over it tonight. So let's go over it. It so if you guys like this is my first time doing like a live stream of this. So if you guys like what you see, leave a like on this video, and your support is always appreciated. And if there's anything you want me to work on with these live streams, just tell me in the comment section and I'll try to improve. So let's go over the show. So the opening segment is Tony Schiavone just doing interviewing stuff as always, and you see both cars just like parking at the same time by Tony, and then who comes out? Both Chris Jericho and MJF. I don't know about you, but every time they're together on screen, it's magic. It's awesome. I love those two like doing stuff together. Like, how are they not a tag team? Like, I know they're great as single stars, but them as a tag team, bro, they would take over the wrestling world. Just saying, man. Just saying. So, of course, both Chris Jericho and MJF lost at All Out. So both of them were trying to like make each other like feel better, saying like Jericho to MJF, "Oh, you should have lost the AEW World Championship," and MJF was like, "Hey, you shouldn't lost the matchup to Orange Cassidy," and they were just kissing each other's asses. And then once they left, they show a split screen, and literally at the same time, both Chris Jericho and MJF saying, "What a loser," at the same time. Like, they didn't mean anything they said. Oh my God. It was such a well done segment. I laughed my ass off. An amazing, amazing segment. So that was the opening for tonight's episode of AEW. And then we immediately go into our first match. No introductions. And I want to know your opinions down below on this live stream. Do you prefer the entrances, or do you just prefer going straight into the matchup? Because with the first match, we immediately go straight into the match. No entrances or introductions and stuff like that. Personally, I like when they just go straight to the point, just start off with the wrestling. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys for the introductions and the entrances, or are you like against it? Like, do you just want them to like start the matchup immediately? Honestly, like, I don't care. I prefer them like getting straight to the point, but that's just me. So the first matchup of the night was the Lucha Bros versus Jurassic Express, and this was a solid tag team match. Literally, two of the best tag teams in AEW right now. Personally, in my opinion, Jurassic Express and the Lucha Bros, bro, they killed it. They they did one hell of a job. Like, Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express, I thought it was a great opener. Like, both men doing what they're doing best. It flowed very smoothly. There was one portion of the match where Jungle Boy like tripped on Ray Felix, but it was like such a small like botch that you wouldn't even think it was a botch. It just flows so smoothly, and I thought the tag team match was amazing. Literally, the Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express are definitely the future of AEW. So it was a great match, great back and forth. I think the match was like 10 to 15 minutes, but they did one hell of a job. And Jurassic Express ended up with the victory. defeated Pentagon Jr. Ray Felix. So after the match, there's actually some division between Ray Felix and Pentagon Jr. Now we all know that they're a part of Eddie Kingston's group with the Butcher and the Blade, which personally I'm not a fan of. Like I don't know why they put those like five together. It's just they just made a faction for the sake of making a faction, and I'm just not a fan of that. I really am not a fan of that. But it is a little bit interesting because there's actually some division between the Lucha Bros, between Pentagon Jr. and Ray Felix. And I thought that was interesting. Like, before Pentagon and Ray Felix were a tag team, like, they were great single stars. Like, all you Lucha Underground fans, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, they're great like as single stars. Like if they were to split up the Lucha Bros, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. I think they'd be great as single stars. Pentagon Jr. and Ray Felix both proven that they can be single stars and be successful. Like both of them are former Lucha Underground champions. God knows how many titles they won in Mexico, and I think they won some titles in Impact as well. So yeah, they're incredible. Both Felix and Pentagon are incredibly capable of becoming single stars. So there is that, and then Eddie Kingston is just forcing them like shake your hand, or shake this person's hand, or Pentagon shake Felix's hand, or Felix shake Pentagon's hand. And bro, I don't know about you, but Eddie Kingston can talk. Okay, I may not be a fan of the whole faction thing, but bro, Eddie Kingston can talk, man. I love Eddie Kingston. His work is incredible. I just think he's like very underrated, and I'm very glad AEW signed Eddie Kingston so that way he can showcase what he can do. And so far, a lot of positive reviews by Eddie Kingston, which is good. I'm glad Eddie Kingston's finally gained the recognition he deserves because he, come on, guys, Eddie Kingston is a badass. He is a certified badass. Ever since he walked into AEW, he is a certified badass. And he is still a certified badass now. Okay? So, yeah, so Eddie Kingston is just a badass. And yeah, their AEW is actually teasing a breakup between the Lucha Bros, which I think would be very interesting. And if they do break up the Lucha Bros, like I said, I wouldn't be mad. Both Pentagon Jr. and Ray Felix are great as single stars. So there is that. Oh, one other thing. Eddie Kingston at All Out during the Casino Battle Royal. Eddie Kingston was never eliminated from the Casino Battle Royal. So yeah, they're still playing to that. So maybe Eddie Kingston might fight for the AEW World Championship maybe in the future. Hopefully. Hopefully, because I think Eddie Kingston deserves it. I think Eddie Kingston deserves it. I think he should fight for the AEW World Championship. But that's just me. That's just me. So after that, we get to hear a promo from Jake Roberts and the winner of the Casino Battle Royal, Lance Archer. And of course, Lance Archer making a statement. Of course, Jake Roberts as badass as well. He is so good on the mic. He is so good on the mic. I don't think Jake Roberts like gets the credit that he like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like more people like when they talk about ring psychology and like who produces like the best promos. Jake Roberts is up there like with the best promo work. I love Jake Roberts. I love Jake Roberts then and I love Jake Roberts now. So they both of them made a statement to Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, and it looks and they're gonna fight at the following week. So not next week, but the following week. But I'll get into more detail with that later on in the live stream. So after that, Matt Hardy came out and cut a promo, and I'm gonna come out and say this at All Out. I thought AEW did a horrible job with the Matt Hardy situation. They should have continued the matchup. It didn't matter if Matt Hardy could continue the matchup or not. Like, it's not the wrestler's decision. At the end of the day, like, it's the wrestler's health that is more important. So hopefully AEW doesn't make this mistake again. I'm gonna cut them a little bit of slack though, because this promotion, this company has been out for like a full year now. Like, they literally just started last year. So I'm gonna cut them a little bit of slack. But hopefully we don't get a situation like this again. But Matt Hardy cut a promo tonight, and it turns out Matt Hardy's okay. The injury is not as bad that we all thought it was. So thank God. I'm extremely happy that Matt Hardy's okay. But he still needs to recover. But once he comes back, he teasing the promo that he is coming for the AEW World Championship. And Matt Hardy is AEW World Champion? I love it. How can you not love that? So Matt Hardy, once he comes back, is also on the hunt for the AEW World Championship. So I am very, very excited for that. But I hope Matt Hardy makes a speedy recovery, and hopefully he comes back real soon. So after that Matt Hardy promo, we get a one-on-one match between Orange Cassidy and Angelico of the Hybrid 2. We haven't seen the Hybrid 2 in a while. We haven't seen Angelico or Jack Evans in a while. I think the last time we saw them was like, I believe, the last episode before AEW, before we had this pandemic. So I'm glad they're back, and I thought it was a good match. Nothing too much, nothing too special. Just a simple, good back and forth bout between Orange Cassidy and Helico, and they're really pushing like Orange Cassidy to be like a mid Carter. Like, I feel like in the next couple months, I see Orange Cassidy going after the TNT Championship. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Like, Orange Cassidy has all this momentum. Like, he just defeated Chris Jericho. He just won his rivalry against Chris Jericho, of all people. Okay, Orange Cassidy has a lot, and I mean a lot of momentum right now. And I would not be surprised if he goes after the TNT Championship in a couple months. So, like I said, I thought it was a good match between Orange Cassidy and Angelico. But after the matchup, Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz of LAX decided to attack Orange Cassidy, and Chucky T, Chuck Taylor, and Trent Beretta, which, by the way, Best Friends is one of my favorite tag teams right now. I love Best Friends. And hopefully they become AEW Tag Team Champions soon, because, man, they deserve it. Like, a lot of people say like Jurassic Express or like the Young Bucks are like the next, like, should be the next AEW Tag Team Champions. But I think Best Friends should be the next AEW Tag Team Champions. They deserve it, man. Like, they're a great tag team. I think they're the most underrated tag team in AEW right now, honestly. And I think they should fight for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Hell, I wouldn't mind if they face FTR at Full Gear, which is the next pay-per-view. So there's that. And so Santana and Ortiz comes out, attacks Orange Cassidy, and Chucky T, Chuck Taylor, and Trent Beretta came for the save. And this rivalry has been going on for a while now. So Chucky T, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, they wanted Santana and Ortiz in a parking lot brawl next week. So, and of course, that's one of the matches that has been confirmed for next week. Santana and Ortiz versus the Best Friends in a parking lot brawl. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, so after that, we go to Alex Marvez, who is trying to get a word with the Young Bucks. And Alex Marvez keep like knocking on the door and stuff like that. So the Young Bucks finally opened the door, but they didn't say the word. They super kicked the hell out of Alex Marvez. And it wasn't like, oh my God, we're so sorry. We thought you were someone else. They did not have a care in the world. So we're not just teasing a Kenny Omega heel turn, but we're teasing a Young Bucks heel turn. The original Bullet Club, baby. The original Bullet Club. Heel Kenny Omega, heel Young Bucks, take my money. I'm honestly excited. I'm honestly excited for heel Kenny and heel Young Bucks. Just imagine those three taking over AEW, their own company that they made from the ground up. Bro, the story writes itself, man. The story writes itself. So I'm extremely excited for that. And then we get to this segment. So apparently, Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford is getting married, and oh god, I hate these wedding segments. Like there's no reason to have weddings in professional wrestling. Like the first thing you think of a professional wrestling, do you think of weddings? No. Just like no. Just stop. Stop with the wedding segments. My God. But this segment is very special because a certain someone made his long awaited debut here tonight. So the segment starts with Penelope and Kip coming in the ring, announcing they're going to get married, and Kip is going to announce his best man. So he tries to call the best man, and the first person that comes out is like a big fan, very big fan. Like I don't want to like describe the size, but think of Bam Bam Bigelow. That's all I gotta say. So a fan comes out and he says that, oh, thank you, I'm your best man. Like this is amazing. But Kip Sabian dismisses him because he wasn't the right guy. It's just it was weird. And then the second, so Kip Sabian tried to call out his best man again, and it turns out Brian Pillman Jr. came out, and Brian Pillman is like, "Oh, thank you! Like I got the text that I'm your best man," and Kip Sabian is like, "Bruh, you ain't my best man. Get the hell out of my ring." So there's that. And by the way, they're doing Brian Pillman Jr. dirty. Okay. I'm not an AEW like shill that praises AEW. I'm not gonna lie, AEW has some problems, and I'll get to that like later with a certain matchup and a certain division. But man, they're really doing Brian Pillman Jr. dirty. Like Brian Pillman Jr. is literally the son of Brian Pillman, one of the best to ever do it. And I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a program yet in AEW. But hopefully he gets the program in the future, and hopefully he gets to showcase his talents a little bit more, because right now they're really doing Brian Pillman Jr. dirty so far, man. So there's that. So there are times to charm. Kip Sabian calls out his best friend man, and it turns out to be the best man, the actual best man. But guys, guess who the best man is? Is none other than Rusev. Miro. Miro. So the former Rusev, Miro, is all elite. Rusev, aka Miro, is officially an all elite wrestling member superstar, and I am so happy. I am so happy. Like, like Rusev, aka Miro, is in AEW. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. And then Rusev throwing some shade at WWE, saying like, "Oh, all these imaginary brass rings that I had to deal with the other company. Well, all those imaginary brass rings and everyone from the other company can kiss my ass," or something along those lines. But he really threw some shade at WWE, and man, I am so happy that Rusev or Miro is finally all elite. I am so happy. I lost my shit when Miro came out. So Rusev's in AEW. WWE lost another superstar. Maybe if WWE knew how to push their superstars right, this wouldn't happen. This wouldn't happen. But does WWE listen to us? No. And to think that Stephanie McMahon says that Vince McMahon listens to the fans. There's a source literally saying that that Stephanie McMahon literally said that Vince McMahon listens to the fans. That is the biggest bullshit I have ever heard. Okay? There is many people in the wrestling community that is trying to help the product of WWE out. And have they listened to us even once? Maybe a thing here or there. Most recently, the Roman Reigns heel turn. Finally, but I finally, but like overall, just with the Roman Reigns heel turn alone, we've been telling you this since 2013. 2013. It's 2020. 20, 19, 17, 15, 14, 8 years ago. We've been telling you this for 8 freaking years. And it took you now to make Roman Reigns turn heel. And to think that they're only now doing this because the ratings are plummeting to the ground. So WWE is not listening to us because they want to. They're listening to us because they're desperate. They're desperate. It really goes to show what Vince McMahon thinks about us as a wrestling community. And it makes me sick. It really makes me sick. So that's my little rant on WWE. So after that amazing segment with Miro and all that, Hangman Page was being interviewed by Tony Schiavone about what his say is. And you know, Hangman Page is still a little messed up. He still regrets what he did with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. And he wants to undo the wrongs that he did. But I don't know, man. The Elite is never going to be the same. That's all I got to say about that. So, after that interview, we get to our next matchup, which is Chris Jericho and Jake Hager versus Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss. And in a no DQ tag team match. And I thought it was a fun match. I think all 4 men did a great job. And nothing too crazy. It was just a fun no DQ match. And I liked it. I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss are still jobbers. Hopefully, they get that important storyline that that moment that would like elevate them, because Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss are very, very talented. They're very, very talented. I think they could be a very good tag team for the tag team division. So after that fun match, Chris Jericho got the microphone, and Jericho said that it's he made it official that both Chris Jericho and Jake Hager are now a tag team, and they're looking to become AEW Tag Team Champions. So yeah, Hager and Jericho are officially a tag team, which means no the sex god. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I love the team of Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. But don't get me wrong, like Chris Jericho and Jake Haber, I think they're going to be a dominant tag team, like 100%. But just like, it's so, like Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho was so entertaining as a tag team. You know what I mean? Like, they had this chemistry. Like, you wanted to hate them because they're heels, but you love them too because their chemistry was just incredible. But Jericho and Hager are a new tag team. I'm a little disappointed that there's no more Le Sex Gods, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So after that match, we get a segment of MJF, and MJF is pissed, bro. He was being a dick to everyone. So the segment was that MJF was in the middle, and everybody that was helping him as a part of the political campaign that he was doing. He basically fired them all, and he insulted them, and he fired them all. And he was even a dick to Warlow. He was even a dick to Warlow of all people. And I think right there they're teasing like MJF and Warlow like splitting up, and I can see. Sorry about that. I got a hiccup. I can see Warlow breaking off, branching off from MJF and become a major single star. So yeah, MJF was saying to Warlow like, Tony Khan doesn't pay your checks. I do. I pay your checks. And if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have a job. So do we have a problem here? Yeah. MJF was just basically being a dick to Warlow. And you can see Warlow wanted to beat the shit out of him. Like, we all know MJF wouldn't have any chance. But what MJF said, he pays the checks. So I'm telling you, man, MJF is the future. Like he's like the greatest heel of the modern era. Like he's talented in the ring. He's talented on the mic. He has actual heel heat and not heat like everyone like hates him and hates the character. People love to hate MJF. He's doing such a great job. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of the few people that is actually glad that MJF didn't win the title at All Out. Because don't get me wrong, if MJF won at All Out, I wouldn't be mad because he deserved it with all his hard work. But I prefer Moxley winning that matchup, and here's why. Because I want the crowd to come back when all this is said and done with the coronavirus is all that. Once that is done and the crowd comes back, then I think it's time for MJF to have the title. Because I think that MJF as world champion with the crowd, like, bro, that is a big storyline. Like, what a strong storyline to have once the crowd comes back. So there's an idea, AEW. There's an idea. So there's that. So after that, speaking of the AEW World Champion, we got to hear from Jon Moxley, and Moxley said a couple of words himself, a couple of rebuttals from what Jake Roberts and Lance Archer have to say. He's basically ready for a fight, bro. If you guys don't know what you guys are in store for Moxley versus Archer, go watch their match from New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think they fought at, I don't know if it was the G1 Climax or Wrestle Kingdom. I think it was Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, it was Wrestle Kingdom, I think. It's been a while, but Moxley versus Archer for the IWGP United States Championship. Watch that matchup. It was a Texas death match, and bro, both men literally beat the living shit out of each other. That was a brutal matchup. So if you want a taste of what would happen the next time they face each other, watch that matchup. It is so good. And I think they're gonna do great as well the following week when they fight for the world championship. So I'm definitely excited for John Moxley versus Lance Archer for the AEW World Championship. So after that, the revival, well, not the revival, FTR. The revival is dead. Fuck the revival. Forever the revolt. Okay. As you all know, the revolt is AEW World Champions, which is very well deserved. And there's all the other tag teams like outside the ring. There's Billy Gunn and his son Austin Gunn, Private Party. I think SCU was there. Yeah, SCU. And there was many other tag teams there. So they're in the ring, and Tully Blanchard like having another amazing promo, bro. It doesn't matter how old Tully Blanchard is. He knows how to make a promo, man. He really knows how to make a promo. Like, I love Tully Blanchard, man. And I'm telling you, Four Horsemen teaser, man. Four Horsemen teaser. Okay? I'm telling you, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, Sean Spears, and Cody Rhodes. Those are the new Four Horsemen. Four Horsemen 2.0, baby. Four Horsemen 2.0. So, like I said, Tully Blanchard cutting an amazing promo, and then literally FTR just starting to talk trash to the tag teams that are outside the ring, saying to STU that they're old and stuff like that. And can I just say something real quick? Christopher Daniels is the fittest 50-year-old of all time. Like, he is, bro, it doesn't even look like, he doesn't look or moves like he's 50. He moves like he's like 20, like 35 or something. Like, Christopher Daniels is the greatest 50-year-old of all time. Like, he's 50 years old, and yet he moves like a freaking cruiserweight. Like, SCU's so great. Now, FTR is saying, like, oh, SCU, you guys are old as hell. Now, if we have this matchup like a couple years ago when you were on your prime, like, who knows that we will win? Because you guys were a great tag team. But now, you're just not on your level anymore. You're just not your game. You're not the same SCU. You don't got what it takes anymore, bruh. So FTR basically calling them old. They said to Private Party, they reference Private Party, but nothing more. Like, oh, that's Private Party. Yeah, Private Party. Yeah, we got nothing to say. Yeah. And then there's they also reference the Guns, Billy and Austin Gunn. And they were saying to Billy, like, don't get me wrong, you're a legend in the tag team division. Like, you won multiple tag team championship. I'm not taking that away from you. But you don't have what it takes anymore. And Austin, just because your father is a multi-time champion does not mean that you're automatically getting your title shot, man. Get in the back of the line because you don't have what it takes, son. Yeah, something like that. And they went to disrespect Jurassic Express next. And speaking of that, next week FTR is facing Jurassic Express in a non-title match. So I think that's going to be awesome. That's going to be a great, great match. I don't know who's going to win, but I know that it's going to be a great match. 100%. So, FTR disrespecting Jurassic Express. Jurassic Express does not like the disrespect. So FTR tried to do some cheap shots, and Jurassic Express just basically make FTR retreat. But not until Marco Sud grabbed like a beer cooler and just dump it on FTR and Tully Blanchard. So they're like soaking wet. So basically they were embarrassed at their own party, generic stuff and stuff like that. But like I said, FTR versus Jurassic Express next week. I'm excited for that. I'm really really excited for that. So after that, Darby Allin is out with an injury. A lot of people. Then Darby Allin's music hits, and we all know that Darby Allin is not coming out because he's injured. But instead, who came out is Absolute Ricky Starks. Man, I love Ricky Starks, bro. If you guys are still not a fan of Ricky Starks, go watch NWA Power and watch a couple episodes of Ricky Starks, man. That is without a doubt some of his best work. I love Ricky Starks. So basically, Ricky Starks is just mocking Darby Allin, having the face paint, the ripped shirt, and stuff like that, and basically telling him, "Hey, Darby, you ain't nothing but a punk. You don't know the meaning of relentlessness. And the next time I see you, I will show you why I am called Absolute Ricky Starks." Man, I love Ricky Starks, man. So Ricky Starks and Darby Allin, that's a program that I'm really, really liking. Two superstars that are really great in the ring, and I think it's going to culminate in a matchup at Full Gear, and I think that matchup is going to be amazing. Possibly a show sealer. Possibly a show sealer at Full Gear, if it happens at Full Gear. So after that, we get to women's division action between Taynara Conti, who is now an AEW registered superstar, against the native beast Nyla Rose, accompanied by Excuse Me, Vicky Guerrero. So I thought it was an okay match, nothing really special. Hikaru Shida came out though after the match because Nyla Rose was beating the crap out of Conti, and Shida came to help Taynara Conti. So they're teasing a matchup between Shida and Rose. So we might see a sequel to that. So again, not really crazy about it, but see, with the AEW women's division, like they already have the talent. Like just the amount of women's talent that they have. They have Hikaru Shida. They have Nyla Rose. They have Penelope Ford. They have Taynara Conti, Big Swole, Big Britt Baker, Anna Jay, Abaddon. Like all these amazing women. Like I think Riho is still a part of AEW, though we haven't seen her in a while. Oh, Evil Lise of all people. Evil Lise. Like she's a badass. How can you not go down with Evil Lise? Evil Lise, Diamante, Thunder Rosa, which by the way, Hikaru Shida versus Thunder Rosa at All Out was without a doubt the greatest, what so far in AEW history, the greatest AEW women's matchup they produced so far. The greatest. What Shida and Rosa did at All Out was incredible. And like I said, they got the talent. All the people that are saying like, oh, the AEW women's division don't have the talent. Bullshit. Bullshit. Just the names that I just said. They trust me. They got the talent. They now all they need to do, they just need to showcase the women a little bit more. No more one women's matchup. I want to see at least two women's division matchups. Maybe three if you want to showcase the women's division a little bit more. And give some like storylines, man. Like you got the talent. You got the talent. All we ask for you now in the women's division is to showcase these women a little bit more, well, actually a lot more, and give them some good storylines. Hopefully they do this in the near future because trust me, the AEW women's division, they have potential. The women's division has potential to be great. Just as great as the WWE's women's division. Like, and it's crazy that I can't believe I'm saying this, but like right now, the I think the WWE Women's Division is much better produced than the AEW Women's Division, and oh god, it hurts for me to say it, but they're showcasing a lot of women. Like the storylines has been interesting, well not lately, but like they have been interesting, especially with Bailey and Sasha. And they're doing this with just a few women, with Bailey, Sasha, Shayna, Asuka, Nia Jax of all people. Like they're really showcasing, even like with the smaller side stories, like with the Rise Squad and the Iconics. It may not be good, but it's something. They're showcasing the women. Like they're showcasing a lot of the women's division, and I think it's something that AEW should do. They should showcase more of the AEW women's division, and they should give them storylines. And they don't have to be big storylines. Just do small storylines, like what you did with Big Swole and Britt Baker. I thought that was good with what they had. Like it could have been better, but Britt Baker was injured, so. But yeah, please, AEW, please. You got the talent. You got the talent. You even got my girl, Eva Lee. You know how much I love Eva Lee. Just showcase the women more, okay? Just showcase. From an AEW fan. From an AEW fan. Please showcase the women more. It like give them storylines as well. Like, and like I said, it doesn't have to be big storylines. It could be like small storylines. Like I don't know, you can do Big Swole versus Penelope Ford, and that could be a small storyline. Like Penelope Ford tried to screw Big Swole out of her matchup because Britt Baker had an alliance with Penelope Ford or something. You could do a small feud between Penelope Ford and Big Swole. Like it doesn't have to be big storylines. Just showcase the women a little bit more. Like you could like do two matches. Two matches. Instead of just showcasing like one women's matchup like every week or like some weeks. Showcase more of the women every week. Show like at least two, maybe three matches if you have nothing on the men's side. Like, bro, AEW, I'm a big advocate for your women's division. You got the talent. Just showcase them. Don't be afraid to showcase them. Okay? So after that, we get an interview from Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega, he is now officially a single star. He wants nothing to do with Hangman Page. Kenny Omega wants people to see the Kenny Omega that they shouldn't gotten from day one. And honestly, I'm not bad about it. We're going to see the best in the world, Kenny Omega. And honestly, I mean what I say. I think Kenny Omega is, without a doubt, one of the best in the world. Without a doubt. And I'm extremely excited for his singles push. I'm really excited. And I'm excited for his heel turn. OG Bullet Club. OG Bullet Club. Yeah. So, after that, they announced most of the matches for next week. And bro, this is a stacked card for next week. So next week, we have Thunder Rosa. Okay, hear this out. Thunder Rosa versus Ivelisse. Let me tell you again. Thunder Rosa versus Evilise. One more time. Thunder Rosa versus Evilise. Oh my God. Guys, if you love women's wrestling, Rosa Evilise, that's the match for you next week. That is the match for you next week. I am excited for Rosa versus Evilise. I think that matchup might be the best match one of the best matches of 2020. Like, you're talking about two of the very best. Thunder Rosa, without a doubt, the best women's wrestler at the NWA versus the best, possibly the best women's wrestler of Lucha Underground, Evilise. Two of the very best of their previous companies clashing. Bro, I am excited. That matchup is going to be dope. And another matchup that is going to be dope is Hangman Adam Page goes one-on-one against my boy Kaz Kazarian. Hangman Adam Page will face Frankie Kazarian of SCU next week, and I think that matchup is going to be a great matchup as well. Two hard hitters. I am extremely excited for that. And then Chris Jericho and Jake Hager, they're in action next week against my boy Private Party. If everybody party, if everybody started, up every private party. So what did Justin Roberts say? Like they weigh like a total kilos of vodka cranberry, like something like that. I don't know. I just love Private Party. So Jericho and Hager versus Private Party next week. Best Friends will face Santana and Ortiz in a parking lot brawl, and MJF is in action next week. And it just been announced that Jon Moxley will defend the AEW World Championship against Lance Archer for the AEW World Championship, not next week, but the following week. So that matchup is happening, which I'm actually kind of surprised that it's happening this early. I thought they're doing it at Full Gear, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of iffy. Like, they should have saved the matchup at that Full Gear, but I think this is going to be a great matchup nevertheless. I think both men are going to kill it. And next week, we don't know because of the NBA playoff. Damn it, basketball. Always have to ruin the schedule. So we don't know if it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure you're like keeping on track with AEW on their social media to like make sure which date is happening next week. So there's that. And then we get to our main event. Mr. Brody Lee defends his TNT championship against the Natural Dustin Rhodes. And boy, what a match. If you guys love old school wrestling, like the old school punching and brawling, suplexing and all that, then this is the matchup for you. This matchup gave me some old school vibes. I love this matchup. Both Brody Lee and Dustin Rhodes did a great job. Awesome match. Brody Lee actually won the matchup. He is still your TNT champion. And during the matchup, only John Silver, of all people, came out with Brody Lee. And I'm wondering, where the hell is the rest of the Dark Order? Well, it turned out that after the match, they were carrying QT Marshall. So apparently during the matchup, they beat the living hell out of QT Marshall. So there's that. And Cabana also came into the ring. And Brody Lee is like pissed off with Colt Cabana. So I think they're doing it. I think they're teasing a Colt Cabana versus Brody Lee match for the AEW TNT Championship at Full Gear, which I think it would be great for Colt Cabana. Since Colt Cabana came to AEW, um, he hasn't like he's been having like great matches here and there, but nothing special has happened with like Colt Cabana yet. I think him being with the Dark Order was a good thing, and with Brody Lee as the TNT champion, and the fact that there's some division between Colt Cabana and Brody Lee, and I think they should have a matchup at Full Gear. Colt Cabana versus Brody Lee for the AEW TNT Championship, and I think Brody Lee should take the title. I think, and I'm making a bold prediction right here on this live stream. I think Colt Cabana is the next AEW TNT champion. That is my bold prediction. Colt Cabana is your next AEW TNT champion. He'll be your third AEW TNT champion. So I'm extremely excited for that. And apparently, we were supposed to get breaking news from Cody Rhodes, but it turned out that he's a judge for a game show. But I'm not, so I'm a little bit that's 2 minutes that I'm never going to get back. It's basically America's Got Talent or something. But I'm not going to lie, it is cool to see both Cody Rhodes and Snoop Dogg judging at the same time. I thought that was cool. So overall, very solid show. A very solid show after All Out. I thought this was a strong show. I thought they set up a lot of great stuff for the future of AEW. I'm extremely excited for next week, especially that Thunder Rosa Evil East match and the Adam Page Frankie Kazarian match. But yeah, solid show. Extremely solid show. So that was my thoughts and results for tonight's AEW show. What do you guys think in the comment section below? Did you guys think you liked the show? Do you guys thought it was a solid show all the way through, or did you like something that you specifically liked, or if you liked, or if you didn't like something, speak out freely in the comments. Okay, this channel has a no judging zone. No one's judge. Okay, if you have an opinion, okay, you shouldn't be hated or vilified because of it. This is a space. This is a safe space here on my channel, and it doesn't matter what opinion you have. You can like this show. You can hate this show. I want to know your opinions and your comments about tonight's show. So, from you guys at home, what did you guys think about tonight's show? Did you guys like it? Did you guys didn't like it? Did you like one specific part? Did you didn't like a specific part? I want to know what you think about the show. And this was my first live stream. Hopefully, I could do more of this. I hope you enjoyed this results and overview of the show, and expect more from this. Expect more AEW results and overviews of these shows, and I might do some for NXT as well. Raw and SmackDown. Come on, man. You can go to Just Alex or Solid Monster or all the other podcasters, and they're probably gonna say the same thing that I would say during a Raw or SmackDown show. So expect some AEW videos and expect some NXT videos, and I might expand upon that with some pop culture videos, some videos about video games. Just today, I did a live stream. It was like a watch party of some sort for the Call of Duty multiplayer reveal. So I don't think it's up on my channel yet. It's still like loading up. It's a very long video. So I think the video will be up like tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow morning. So there's that. And I'm I hope you guys, if you guys like the live stream, leave a like. Like I said, leave a comment. What did you think about this show? And I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I hope you guys stay safe. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Expect more content from me. And yeah, I hope you guys subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much and have a nice night. This is Gabriel Borges signing out. Peace out, guys.